All right, time for our Ultimate Insider, brought to you by FFB Bank, and we're joined by Fresno State radio analyst Cameron Worrell. Cam, thanks for coming by.
Of course, of course.
All right, this is a simple question, but it's not a simple answer, right? What's happened to the Dogs the last 2 games?
Look, I think they ran into a very motivated Colorado State team. That Colorado State team was playing for Jay Norvell's job. It saved him a week. He ended up getting fired the next week, but a very motivated Colorado State team. And then just faced a better San Diego State team, a very good defense, top 5 in the nation, an offense that did enough to win the football game. Colorado State was extremely motivated at home, kind of caught the Dogs off guard, and then San Diego State just kind of systematically beat the Dogs at home yesterday. So running into a buzzsaw, and then I think they ran into one of the better teams in the Mountain West yesterday.
Cam, were you surprised to see Carson Conklin run out as the Bulldogs starting quarterback?
I was. I mean, we heard that it was a tight competition during fall camp, that E.J. Warner, Conklin, Jaden Mandel all were in that quarterback competition. So, yeah, I was surprised, had no idea that Conklin was going to start. Saw him in camp, thought he had a really good skill set, could run a little bit more than maybe E.J. Warner. I thought he had a little more zip on the football, so maybe he adds a different element to the offense. Putting him in his first start at this level against a very, very good defense was a difficult way to go. But yes, I was surprised. Thought he played well early, didn't get a lot of support. Really excited to see him develop over the next 4 games.
Do you think the coaching staff saw enough positives from him in that game for him to remain the starter going forward?
I think if you make a move like that, E.J. Warner is your starter. E.J. Warner went 5-2 as a starter. Okay, he didn't lose a lot of games. He was 5-2, but they felt he didn't protect the football enough to give this offense a chance to be successful. So if you make that move during the bye week, you can't just plug E.J. Warner back in. I think it's really difficult to take a guy as the starter, tell him he's not good enough to lead the team, hand it over to Carson Conklin, and then say, hey, we made a mistake. Carson Conklin, you take this role, and EJ's going to start again. I think if you make that move at that point in the season, Carson Conklin has to be your guy for the rest of the year.
What can this offense do to be more productive moving forward?
I mean, it all starts with being able to run the football. Matt Ince, Josh Davis, they don't shy away from it. You have to run the football. All this entire system is built off of being able to run the football. When they run it, then the RPO game works. The play action game works. Now, you don't have a ton of talent at receiver, but you have space because everybody has to account for that run game. When this offense cannot run the football consistently, it makes it really difficult for them to have success, to move the chains on 3rd down, to extend drives because they're in situations where the defense gets to dictate what they do, right? They can send pressure, they can play coverage. It's really difficult for this offense to execute all the way down the football field if they can't run the football.
Well, Cam, it's going to get a lot easier now going forward, right? You have Boise State
right.
in Boise this week.
Yep.
Good or a bad time, to be getting the Broncos? Is this kind of maybe a circle the wagons type thing with all the noise that's going to be around this program this week?
Like, I think the standard here at Fresno State is to compete for conference championships every year, right? Goal number 1, win the Mountain West Championship. If they still want to do that, there's no more games that are not must-win games. You have to win every single game. So, look, I think Carson Conklin had a lot of support on the sideline. I think his teammates think that he can be the guy, so I think they're going to play really hard for him. This defense can clean a few things up and limit a very explosive Boise State defense if they're able to keep it close. I think just that. We know we have to win. We want to continue to compete for a Mountain West title, and we can't lose any more games. I think down the stretch, that can kind of solidify this team on that ugly blue turf next Saturday.
One positive yesterday was Jeff Tedford getting inducted
Yep.
into the Ring of Honor. How cool was it to see all those Bulldog legends coming out to support
It tells you how important Jeff Tedford is to Fresno State as a coordinator, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, as a quarterback back in the day. Henry Ellard, one of the greatest Bulldogs of all time, flew back in. It was an awesome celebration of somebody who made such an impact on this football program. First as a player, then as an assistant, and then double-digit losses to back-to-back double-digit win seasons, which has never been done in NCAA football history before Jeff Tedford did it here. It was awesome to see all the support. The Cars, Trent Dilfer, everybody came out to celebrate a truly special individual in Jeff Tedford yesterday.
One more thing about the game yesterday. Matt Entz saying afterwards that he's going to keep things positive, that his message to the team was positive because negativity is going to do nobody any good. How do you keep things from snowballing when you're in a rut like this?
Just work. I mean, just show up and work on the things that you didn't execute on Saturday, right? Let's figure out what we didn't do. Let's correct those mistakes, and then let's move forward. Let's start game planning for Boise State as soon as we correct those mistakes, right? That game is over. We throw it away and we move forward. That's the only thing I've ever known to do. You just make your corrections and start working towards the goal of winning the next game on Saturday. And I think Matt Entz, talking to him after the game, that's what his mindset is. We're going to correct the mistakes and we're going to move forward with the only goal in mind is go 1-0 on Saturday.
All right, that's Cameron Worrell, Fresno State radio analyst and not a fan of Boise's ugly blue turf.
Not at all.